I have found what I would blow every dollar on, given the opportunity.
Wow.
You can go look at it right now. I tweeted up pictures of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not following me on Twitter, it's at BDSams. It is. Are you familiar with the company Singer? They do like resto mods of classic Porsches.
Oh, see, I hear Singer and I think like like sewing machines.
Nope.
Anyway,
they did a tweet. Not even tweeted out. They shared images of a Turbo 930 that they resto modded.
By the way, just real quick, sorry to interrupt. If you go to Twitter and mistype your name, you'll get a very different account. I'm not going to mention what the mistype.
Oh God!
But it's that's not Brad.
Yeah.
Or Brad's wife or girlfriend. Anyway, yes, the Singer 930. Oh, 930 is from like the 80s, right? Like this is a real classic.
I know you like Porsches. You gotta look at this. It is.
This was the Bill Gates car that he couldn't import into the United States because it was illegal. The 930, if I'm not mistaken, I think.
No, that wasn't the 930. I know what one you're talking about. I don't think it was the 930 because they sold the 930 in the US.
Well, this was early on. Like it might have later become street legal or something. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
This car is perfect. I don't care. I will.
Oh no! Listen. There's a whole Porsche thing from, I would say, actually as far back as, actually it goes back even further than that. But growing up in the 80s, big fan of the 80s era Porsches, like all of them, and it probably goes from like 79 through about 95. But these kind of,
This is what I'd blow all my money on. Sorry, kid, you're not going to. I mean,
yeah,
it'd be like 10 colleges. I think these cars are like $1 million, but it.
Yeah. So what vintage? This to me, I mean, obviously with any of the 911 type cars, they're very similar looking. But this to me looks like a late 80s, early 90s design. Is that?
I believe it's an 80s. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
see, this is where it gets tricky. Is that they blend old and new. Like the headlights, brand new.
Right.
A lot of
of course.
A lot of the, I believe the engine components are new.
But the housing looks the same, right? Well, maybe not. No, they're kind of they tunnel forward a little bit more.
Like
it's interesting.
It is
whale
perfect.
tail, you know.
It's perfect.
Plus that the whale tail's probably been designed with a computer now, so it's probably actually ergonomic, or what's the right term? Aerodynamically correct. You know.
It's perfect, Paul.
It's a fixed tail though too. They moved to the type of little ones that come up at speed and whatnot. And
it's perfect.
It is beautiful. No, it's beautiful.
That's what I would go for. That's the one.
You would get pulled over all the time just so the cop could talk to you about your car.
Oh yeah, easy.
You know,
easy.
Look at the engine.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. That's all.
The inside of the engine bay is nicer than the inside of most cars.
It's like Art Deco. Like I don't even know how to describe that.
Yep. It's very minimalistic. It's
it's air cooled too.
Of course. It probably uses an air cooler from like a Pentium.
With MMX technology
for the proper heat dissipation. Wow, that's nice.
Like that. I could drive that around for a while.
See, I would go with something a little less flashy, but like I'm a big fan of the 924S.
What about the 944?
Yeah, I mean the same basic design. I prefer the 924 yeah. I mean, 928 and which is 928 was front engine, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably an 8-cylinder front end. Anyway, yeah, nice. Yeah, those are all nice.
Yeah, and I'm sure I've told this story before, but I don't care. I'm going to tell it again, why I love this particular model. When I was maybe 6 or 7, around that age, with roller skates, not rollerblades, but roller skates, like death sentence.
Yeah.
My probably best friend at the time, or very good friend at the time, his dad was a surgeon, and he had one of these whale-tailed turbos. And we would be roller skating around at his house, and his dad would come home driving that thing, and he would let us hold on to the wing while he would drive in. And my dad always joked, because he was a surgeon, that if he broke you, he could fix you. So it was fun.
Yep.
I will never forget that. We would just be waiting for his dad to come home.
I assume he only drove that car in the summer, basically.
Yeah, you can't drive that in the winter here in Cincinnati. I mean, there's certain days, like I guess it's supposed to be
Yeah,
60
no, that
degrees
one
tomorrow.
warm day every winter where all of the motorcycles come out of the garages
Yep.
and
Yep.
all of the T-tops come off.
Anyways, so Game Pass things coming for February. It looks like lawn mowing simulators coming on February 17th.
Yep, I hope to do that. Get that game when I don't have a lawn to mow anymore. That will be fun at that point.
Looks like Madden NFL 22 is coming on the 22nd. We got RoboQuest 24, Galactic Civilizations 3, which I believe that's my company.
Jeez, really? That's funny.
Well, no, I knew this. I need to be careful what I say. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it's developed by my company. So okay, so that looks, I guess that's there.
Galactic Civilizations, which one?
3. So
3.
Technically, our company is okay. So it's official. So yes, that is coming. I've known about this for a while. My company is also selling or just put into beta Galactic Civilization 4, I believe. But yeah.
Isn't the original? I talked to Brad, the other Brad, a long time ago. Like, and by a long time ago, I mean like 25 years ago. 20 years ago, probably. About some stuff. Like he had started out doing like OS2 stuff, and I think the very first version of this game or something like this, he had actually put out on OS2 like back in the day.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. Actually, it's funny enough. I was looking through a bunch of OS2 stuff that they had done back in the day, and the hilarity of it is we're still trying to do some of the stuff that existed back on OS2 through Object Desktop and other stuff today.
Okay. Yeah, first developed by Brad Wardell for OS2 in April 1993.
Yep.
Yeah, I talked to him about this, like I said, a million years ago.
Yeah.
Turn-based RPG kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
Yep. So we got all that stuff going on. Anything else? Microsoft says Back to the Office February 28th is officially
so
the day.
I think to the outside world, this is met with a sense of resignation. Like, who cares? Everyone's, whatever. Here we go. But I've already heard from a couple of people at Microsoft who are not happy about this. And if you think about it, these are engineer scientist types. They're I don't know. They're also probably not happy just not to be at home anymore. I don't know. But there's some dissension about this particular decision, which it sort of felt like it came out of nowhere. Like we had been on the receiving end of several months of just kidding when it comes to dates, and all of a sudden like, okay, yeah, no, this month we're coming back. And it just felt like kind of sudden. The other thing we should mention, and I'm going to write this up after we're done, is there's a rumor or a leak that Microsoft is finally getting ready to ship Surface Laptop 5. And hold on to your seats, because for the first time ever, apparently it's going to use the latest generation AMD processors.
Wow.
And I got to go over that. I just read this real quick, and then we started the show. But I believe it's also going to have 2 USB-C ports, and that could be Thunderbolt. I'm not sure about that yet. As well as a full-size USB port, which, for Surface Laptop, it's pretty freaking radical,
Yeah, that would be a deviation from, well,
what I hear, I have a theory about why.
Yeah.
Right? All of a sudden, Apple's putting ports on laptops, and they're like, huh. Which, by the way, is the thing that kind of bugs me about Surface Laptop. I love the product. I think it's a great laptop. It's a little too obviously like an Apple clone.
Yeah.
And granted, Apple doesn't make a 15-inch MacBook Air or whatever for some reason, but whatever. Anyway, like, you had to do the minimalist port thing? Like, this was this was one of the many big differentiators between a Mac and a PC. And like when you make something that's like even more limited than a MacBook Air, it's like, what do you like?
Well, here's another interesting thought. So the Surface Laptop Studio does not have USB-A. So in some regards, it would be superior to the Surface Laptop Studio, which is a little odd.
That is interesting. And I by the way, I'm just saying this right off the top of my head, so
But it would be more helpful if it did have both.
Yeah, could be useful. You mean?
Well, here's the other thing too. Surface Connect. Do we need it anymore? Like,
I know.
When I take the Surface Laptop Studio up to the office, We just have a standard Thunderbolt dock, plugs into that, charges, does everything I need. There's no need for the Surface Connect.
That's weird.
Yeah.
No need for the Surface Connect.
Maybe there's proprietary. I'm just saying. I mean,
Maybe we could throw this in a list of technologies we no longer need, like lightning ports would make this list.
yeah, lightning ports would be very high up there. Which, by the way, I don't have anything in my house that uses MagSafe for my phone. My wife's phone supports it either. I don't know if I'm missing anything or not.
No, the only thing you're missing is you have to keep a cable around for that only works on that one device. You know, I guess technically a Qi wireless charger of whatever type should work with a bunch of different things. I mean,
which it does, because that's how I charge my phone every night, is just on a Qi charger thing.
Yeah, I also don't have anything MagSafe related, but that whatever. I mean, I to get one for my car. Like honestly, like you have one of those little things on your dashboard and you pop it on. Like to me, that would be very useful. But I have a thing I bought before I got the iPhone that requires you to put a metal plate in the case of the phone you're using so it can connect with a magnet. I thought, well, surely this will work with MagSafe. It's a magnet. No.
Foiled again, Throt. Foiled
Yep.
again.
Common sense loses again.